intend to start on the four buttons game next week. So let's take a look at where we left off. So most of the game is already done. We just need right now. Okay. Okay. Hang on. We need to go not to the scene view but to the game view. So I just show you the like almost completed game. We just left the sound for today, and then we should be done already. So this is the current game so far. This is the start screen with the okay, we should have it at 960 by 600. So this is how it look like. This is how it will look like when we start the game. Okay, it's a little laggy due to Twitch. See, there's a watermark here. See, Dream. Oh, actually, it's quite obvious that there's this watermark. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I guess I could create the background myself if I really wanted to. Okay, so this is the start screen. Okay, you can either click or you can either press space. Okay, okay, so the starting is like that. Yeah, actually the watermark is kind of irritating right now. That now that you're viewing the zoom up version, you can see the watermark quite clearly. Okay, so but I shan't worry about that for the moment. Okay, we'll just see that we can add the sound into the game, and then it should work. So right now it's a little laggy, but I think so far it's okay. I mean, previously there's someone who commented that the cactus seemed to move real fast compared to the background. Okay, I think right now the pace is kind of alright. The pace is kind of alright. Yeah, so I think the gameplay wise it's fine. Yeah, we'll just quickly choose some music to add in, like a starting music and the uh, normal music. Oh, sorry, the starting music and the game music. So there are two kinds of music. It's a little laggy right now. So okay, so the game looks fine right now. Okay, except there's a watermark at the background. All right, I'll use the sound image again. All right, so let's pick a nice song for like I guess this is an action song. So it should be an action kind of music for the game. I think nighttime escape. Yeah, this sounds okay. Or this my the same tune that I use for the snake game. All right, let's try a different one. Or maybe this can be the menu for. No. Let's try to use different sounds. Okay. Okay. No, I don't think I want this kind. I want it to be like more of a wow kind of thing. Maybe I'll try action tree. I haven't really used this before. Oh, this sounds okay actually for Dino Run. All right. So this can be the starting music. Music to be played when we first start the game, and then we could have a. Actually, this is not bad. Then we could slowly increase the pitch for the sound. Okay, so I guess it will be this one and this one. So let's just save this. So this one will be the start menu. So this game, the unique thing is that the start menu and the main theme, okay, are all the same. Yeah, like I mean, all on the same page. So let's see. We have a new folder called music, and in this folder called music, we'll drag in the main theme. We'll drag in the start menu. Okay, then I will need to do some scripting to do the music. Okay, so all right. Oh, I forgot. I also need to add in something. We need to jump. So it's either the jump will be soundless or there will be a point kind of sound. So I think I'll just add in some sound for the jump as well. So let's see. You know, it might be kind of cool if we have a doing 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 kind of. All right, I need to find an SFX. So it's here. So maybe we do an alert one. Hopefully they can have a doing 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 kind of sound. Nope, nope. This is too solemn. This is too long for a jump. So maybe something to do with combat. They might have a jump explosion. Okay, no, this is not suitable. Or maybe the UI one. Yeah, something to do with UI might be good enough already. Can I remember this? Oh, actually, this sounds okay. Do you hear that? Boom. It sounds like a jump. Nope. Oh, actually, this could be the game over sound when you. Yeah. So let's put this as game over noise, game over sound. Okay, we can have a game over sound. Okay, keep this and we drag it in here. Okay, so that's our game over sound. We need the jump sound right now. I mean, I kind of like this boom boom kind of sound, but I scared that with the main theme ongoing, the dun 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 dun, dun, then this will be easily missable. So I prefer something of a higher pitch. Oh, oh, this might be it. Jump sound. All right, so we got all our sounds already, and it's time to finally once and for all complete T-Rex run. Oh, this took longer than expected. Yeah, so so right now I would like to add in the sound. So let's just have okay, since there's only one scene in this game, it's only the game scene. It's a very simple game. I'm just gonna create an empty game object. This will be called my sound manager. Okay, it's very similar to what we did in the past. Okay, then all the music, we're just gonna drag it in one by one. Okay, game over sound, this one, this one, this one. Okay, and all of them will be under the sound manager. Oops. Okay, so we have this game over sound, jump sound. Okay, which we will not be playing, or we shouldn't play on awake. This one, we shouldn't play on awake. This one also. Okay, maybe the only thing that should play on awake is the main theme, and this should be a looping, and this one should be looping also. But we don't play on awake. So if we play, you click play right now, you will hear the main theme. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, so right now we need to create a script, okay, as usual, for the sound. So let's see, C sharp script. So we just call it the sound manager. Okay, so in the sound manager script, we're gonna have in the start menu. Okay, let me just check whether you can see this. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing some scripting for my sound. Okay, so right here, we'll have some public audio source. Okay, so the sound is an audio source, so we just want to put this in. Okay, we want to put all this audio source in so we can play sound. Okay, so public audio source, we could do it as an array. Okay, and this one we'll just call it maybe soundtrack, and a public audio source. Okay, maybe we just call it background and sound. Okay, so over here we could have two methods, public void play sfx. Okay, why not we just call it simple, like play background and play sound. Okay, so that will be it. So there's a audio source dot play, audio source num dot play, background num dot play. Okay, but before that we need to stop everything. So stop all. So we could just call a stop all function, and then over here we could have sound num dot play. So this will play the audio source. Okay, so the stop all function will be this stop all, void stop all. It is an internal function. Okay, so this one will stop all the existing sounds. Okay, so when we okay, actually we shouldn't do this. Okay, because okay, when we play sound, there's no need to stop anything. Okay, but when we play the background, okay, because the sound can overlap, it's okay to have the jump sound and the death sound happen at the same time. Okay, but when we play the background, we only want one background playing at one time. Okay, so over here, we're just gonna have to for each bar background, bar sound or bar music in background, music dot stop. Yeah, so over here we call for all the music to stop, and then over here we call for all of them to play. It sounds simple enough, so we just need to add this into our game manager. Okay, so before that, let's see whether there's any errors. Okay, so to see the errors, I'll just go to add tab. So I should have a console tab somewhere. Okay, so okay, maybe I'll just add this sound manager into the script first. Oh, it's working. No wonder there's no errors. All right, if it's working, it's fine. The sound, I have the jump sound and the game over sound. So I'll just lock this screen here on the right top right here. I'll lock it. Okay, the jump sound and the game over sound, I'll drag it into the sound folder. Okay, drag it into the sound folder. Very good. Okay, and the main and the start menu sound, I'll drag it into the background folder. Okay, so right now if we play, we should also still have the main theme. Okay, we haven't changed to the new theme yet. Okay, so right now I'm going to change to the new theme. Okay, and I'll do that in game manager. Okay, so at the beginning, okay, I will need to have a sound manager. Okay, so over here, sound manager, sound manager. Always like this snake case is the default in C sharp. So in this sound manager, we're gonna have to, okay, get the sound manager or reference the sound manager. Okay, so in order to reference the sound manager, I just need to do this. Sound manager equals to find object of type sound manager. I could do this or I could do a public method and I direct sound manager into it. But I prefer to do this. Okay, this one is you don't have to do so many referencing. Outside of the code will reference for you. So we find the object of type sound manager, and then at the start of the game, okay, at the start of the game, play main theme. So what do we need to do is sound manager dot play. What do we have here? Play background, and in the background, the first sound is the main theme. So actually, I should make this main theme, and then I should make this sound main theme and start menu. So start menu will come first. Then same thing. This will be jump, and the second one will be game over sound. So yeah, this is some simple manipulation of of the order inside the sound manager scripts. Okay, so that we could you know reference 0 as the start menu theme, and the main theme will be 1. So over here, sound manager dot play background. We want to play the first theme, so play background 0. I mean, I could also use a string here, and we could call it play background main. I mean, if I do some tweak to the function, but I'm just gonna use numbers for simplicity. Okay, play main theme. I freeze the game and so on. Okay, so we have the play main theme here, and then when we play the main theme, it should stop all the other music as well. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is when the player starts the game. Okay, then we want to start the main music. So play start game music. So game manager, sorry, sound manager dot play background one. Okay, then whenever we jump or when we die, we got to have to load the appropriate sound. So we could do it either over here or we could do it in the Dino itself. So I think I'll do it in the Dino because the jump is handled by the Dino script. So it'll be good if we could use the Dino script to reference the sound as well. So same thing, we need to do a sound manager to give it a private variable, and then over here find sound manager. Okay, so sound manager dot, okay, sorry, sound manager equals to find object of type sound manager. So we find the class sound manager over here. Okay, this is get individual components. So after we find the sound manager, when we jump, okay, play sound. Okay. I think we should play. Okay, this coroutine jump is for adding the force. I think we can play the sound before we enter the coroutine because there's actually no delay over here. Okay, the delay is to get back to the walking animation. I can also put the sound inside here. Yeah, maybe I just put the sound here, just to be consistent. Play jump sound. So sound manager dot play sound, and the jump sound is sound number 0. Okay, arrays are indexed by 0. So here is jump sound is 0. So we play the sound 0. Okay, and then we still have a game over sound. So the game over should be on collision. So if the game object type is ground, load game over. Okay, so we can also put the sound over here. So all the sounds are handled by the Dino, or the main background music is handled by game manager. It's a fair enough workload allocation, I suppose. So over here, sound manager dot play sound one. We play the deaf sound here. Okay, let's brace for errors. I'm getting pretty good at this. I don't have an error. Wow. Oh, nice. Okay, let's start the game. It's a bit slow, I feel, the background at the beginning. Yeah, I think that's good enough for right now. You can see the high score over here. There's no need to ask the user to like start again. We should already bring them back to this scene. I'm thinking, right, do I even need the start button? Because if you press space or click to start, right, I can do away with this quite ugly start button, which is kind of blocking. So I could, in the start canvas, I remove the button itself. I think this button can be taken away. Uh, oh, I think we could take away this button here. We don't really need this button. We could just have this screen, space or click to jump or starts. I think I don't need to mention jump because the moment when they start, the dino will jump already. So straight away it's like telling people that we can jump. Yeah. So that would be good. Yeah. So this jump itself in the game manager. Let's go and change it such that when we press space, actually it's in the dyno. So whenever we press space bar, okay, we will start the game. So okay, how do we do this? Okay, so there's this start game right now, which is linked to by the button. Okay, so if game not started return, okay, so we could sense it in the uh we could sense it, we could sense this one here, the the jump. Okay, we could sense it in the game manager. Okay, so we don't need to check whether it's touching layers because when either space bar or so start game when, oops, it's in caps, start game when space or mouse button is clicked. Yeah, so that's what we do here. Input dot get key down, key code dot space, input dot get mouse button down 0. Yeah, so over here we will call the start game function. So essentially, whenever we press a space or click a mouse button, we will start the game. Okay, so this is it so far. Nice. Okay, now there's a small issue. Every time we press space, the game restarts. Okay, so we need to have another condition here. Okay, and the condition, guess what? We need to make sure that the game is not already started. Okay, because if the game is started, then there's no need to to reload the game anymore. So yeah, let's just see how it looks like right now. I kind of like this background moving speed. Somehow it becomes slower when I move my mouse. Sounds okay actually. The sound sounds okay. Hope it's not that laggy when I upload it later. Alright. Randomness at its best. So at 6,000 mark, we will have the bird coming out. I'm just wondering whether I should, increase the pitch of the sound as the game goes on. Or is this like sound already kind of good enough even if I don't increase? Hmm, I think we may be okay to increase the sound a little bit just to show that it's getting faster. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So let's increase the sound a little bit. So the way to do that is to adjust the pitch variable in the sound manager. Okay, so we could do this. We could do this by doing a set pitch. Okay, so background. Okay, one dot pitch. Okay, so when we play the black background, okay, we will make sure that the pitch is 0. Set default pitch to 0 to 1. Sorry, so that we start off with a very slow pace or rather normal pace sound. Okay, and then we will just keep setting the pitch value higher and higher. So how do we do the pitch value update? It will be in the game manager, I suppose. Yeah, so all this you see, get speed, I'm gonna do this slightly differently because we're not gonna keep changing the pitch of the sound once we load it. So we need the game manager to call sound manager, so as to tell the sound manager what pitch the sound should be at. And in this case, pitch stands for speed of the sound. So we need to increase the pitch of the sound somewhat. So I'm just thinking where's the best place to do that. So it could be here by the score, and then every maybe 3,000 we increase the pitch by a little bit. So if score, okay, and score is greater than zero because we don't want to increase it when it's at zero. Okay, so or I could just do this. If score is 2999, okay, because score will start off at zero, so only at 2999 when you modulo 3000. So that means like in that intervals of 3000, we could increase the pitch. So we could just call sound manager dot set pitch. Okay, so what do we set the pitch as? Right, so we set the pitch as 1 point something. So 1 plus score divided by 3000. As easy as that. So score is an integer. So yeah, so if we divide by 3000, it will take the floor. So actually, we don't really need 2999, because like if the score is zero, then the pitch will be one. So that's a good thing already. Yeah. So we could increase the pitch by, okay, maybe not by one, maybe we increase by 0.5. Okay, so in order to know like how much to increase the pitch by, cannot implicitly convert type into audio source. Type into audio source. Oh, yeah, I need to put a picture. Okay, so what I could do is I could, okay, I could not, we let's not have the dino here. So that, okay, let's not have the dino so that I can adjust the sound accordingly. So oh, okay, we kind of need the dino. All right. So let's see. All right, let's just wait until 3000 to see whether the sound is increased by too much. Okay, that's a bit too much. So maybe increase by 0.2. Okay, so I would like to just hear. Okay, maybe for now the start menu theme, we could just make it the main theme so that when we play the game, I can adjust the pitch here and here for myself. Way too fast, right? I don't know whether this will give people high effects. It's a little too fast. I think 1.5 probably is the fastest that I want to go. I think it's fine also. I think it's fine. It's fine. The sound can be faster and faster to this level. Is fine also. I don't think people will hit that high because you see my high score is 23,000. So I expect people to only go until like 1.7 maybe. Maybe we can start off slow a bit. I think this one is 1.1, then 1.2 for the next one. I think 1.5 will be the max that I want to go to because any more, it just sounds a bit too much already. Okay, so the cap will be at 1.5. So I can set my pitch here, but the cap will be over here. So if pitch is greater than 1.5, then pitch will be equals to 1.5. So we will set a hard limit for the speed of the sound. Yeah, so I think any faster is kind of bad for it is kind of bad, yeah, if it's any faster. So we just set to 1.5, and yeah, let's just play through and see how it looks like. I'm kind of satisfied with this game already. So let's go. So every 3,000, the sound will increase a bit. Okay, the increase is a little too fast. So maybe this should be at times 0.1 times. Yeah, so there was some issue with the conversion just now. Okay, so we can do this should actually be now that we do this, we should actually map this to an integer. Okay, because if not, it will not round down. Actually, why not we just why not we just let the music increase gradually so that people won't really feel a sharp jump. Yeah, why not let's do that. So it will gradually increase the pitch by 0.1 every 3,000 score. Yeah, it's kind of a bit too fast the increase for the pace of the music. So maybe 0.05. Okay, times score divided by 3,000 F. Okay, so this should do the trick. Let's just make all F. I mean, F is float just to be safe. So I want the song's pitch to gradually increase as the game goes on. So we can inspect this in the main theme. We can see the pitch increase as the game goes on. So oh, it's still at one. It didn't increase at all. I know why, because we set it to to only increase every 3,000. So let's just remove that. Uh, every time we update, we increase the speed of the soundtrack. every time we call the update frame. All right. All compiler errors have to be fixed. Okay, finally my first compiler error of the day. Okay, so we get to see where the console is now. All right, the console is here. Let's just drag it somewhere here. Clear. Modifier public is not valid for this term. Oh, I didn't miss out close bracket, and I think that's why I miss out the close bracket. Nothing big, nothing big. Okay, yeah. See, one close bracket gives 5 errors. Okay, let's see the main theme right now. See, you can see that. So just to make sure that the start menu sound is not affected, the pitch is at 1. The main theme is at 1 also. So because every time, remember, every time we update the sound, we set the default pitch back to 1 just in case. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's working. Oops, I wanted to click start, not restart the game. So let's hear the main theme. Okay, let's see the pitch here. So the pitch will slowly increase. Yeah, it's a much gradual increase to the music, much more pleasing to the ears, I feel. Yeah. Feels good now, feels good now. Yeah, sounds good. I wonder if the original T-Rex run has music. Yeah, I think there's sound, but there's no real music per se. It's just, oh, I like it. I like it. I think the pace increase is about right for the difficulty of the game. Whoa. That was scary. I have to do like long range prediction now because it's so far away. Whoa. Oh, look at the dino run. Look at him run. Wait, I'm like looking at the rightmost edge of the screen to predict in advance because it's so fast now. Any object needs to be jumped like within a split second. If not, you will collide with it. Whoa! Oh, that was very close. Whoa! I think I'm gonna die soon. I'm surprised I lasted this long. Oh, okay, it's about 1.39. That felt okay actually. That felt okay. So let me try to maximize this and play in full screen just to test out any errors. So you can only jump once, which is ideal. I think the spacing between the cactus is quite alright. It's between 1.5 to 3 seconds, so it has some amount of randomness, and at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's too close to each other. Yeah, pretty pleased with this game actually. Who knew such a simple like T-Rex run could have so many difficulties in coding it? And Google did it in pixel art. Wow, impressive. Yeah, the music sounds alright. The music sounds alright. I don't think I'll be adding global leaderboards for this game. Because the last time when I added the global leaderboards, I realized that it didn't really help with the playtime. I guess what really matters is the game itself needs to be engaging. And yeah, this game is just meant for a quick, 1 minute attention game. Like in case you are like tired or what, you play this. I'm pretty sure you'll be awake at the end of it. Either that or you like just like lose quite fast. Yeah, but if you want to survive, you definitely need to be quite attentive, especially to like jump fast enough when the cactus first appears on the right, because the reaction time is kind of limited for this. Whoa, do you see that? See, just a small snooze, and this is what happens. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with this, and this high score and everything will go into the player preps, because we do have a player preps in the game manager that will keep the high score over here. Where was it? Yeah, here. So it'll be stored locally, the high score. Okay, so now that we are done with this, let's just go to build settings. Okay, file, build settings. Okay, and we're gonna build to Android. Sorry, build to WebGL. So let's switch platform right now. Switch over to WebGL because we'll be uploading over at WebGL. And yeah, I'll intend to do like the full screen technique that I used for Snake the other time, so that mobile phones can also use it. Uh, Pretty pleased with the Trex run. Yeah, wow, it hasn't been easy coding this actually. Yeah, yeah, it's been tougher. It's tougher to code than it looks. Yeah, I mean, especially if you want to do like the increasing speed and everything, that really requires quite a bit of effort in order to do it. Yeah, and it's not that easy to actually do it. Oh, done. Great. All right, let's take a look. Okay, let's just play the game to just make sure that it's okay first. It shouldn't change in the WebGL build, but just to make sure that it is working. Yeah, so the next game I'll be creating is probably 4 buttons. But if you like to see like other games being created, 2D games, you can put in the chat like the kind of game that you like to see. And yeah, I'll probably can spend some time coding it as well in future sessions. Right now, I'm only streaming once a week, but I believe starting next year, I will be able to stream a little more, so I can churn out the games much faster. Actually, yes, I like this game already. Tum, yeah, tum. Thank you, Aaron Matas, for his songs. Yeah, I've been using them in a lot of games that I've created. Yeah, a good repository of free music. Feels alright. The gameplay feels okay. It doesn't feel very rushed. It feels like a gradual build up, in my opinion. But you know what? I'll just post the Twitch link. I mean, I post the itch.io link, and then you can try it out later. Let me know how the game is for you. Yeah, you can either click space or click your left mouse button to jump. There's only really one action in this game. Yeah, I think machine learning models would like not lose in this game at all, because based on the speed of the cactus appearing on the right, I'm pretty sure they can calculate something really quickly, such that they can make the optimal action all the time, every time without fail. And the frame processing speed can be quite fast. Like humans, actually, we take longer to process information. That's why when like arcades, they like to use this kind of reaction time thing to cheat you of their money. Like there's one block that moves from left to right, and then you must go right into the center. Usually, they will let you do the lower layers very well, and then at the top layer, you more or less will never make it. And you wouldn't know because the speed is moving so fast. You just attribute it to your own human judgment error. But actually, it's a kind of controlled. Maybe they only allow one jackpot every 1,000 games or something like that. Yeah, but it's definitely controlled. Okay, so this is the game right now. We'll go to build settings. Okay, we have no scenes in build right now. So let's just add in the open scene, which is the game scene itself. Okay, we go to player settings for WebGL. Okay, so this is the WebGL settings. Okay, company, I'll just put JJ Creations. Okay, I mean my standard. JJ is like John, my name, and my wife's name, Jaslyn. So yeah, I mean in the future we might do games for kids. So that's something that I'm like training my skills right now to do. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, so over here, .NET 2.0 is good to keep the old one because the new one is, I mean, if it's compatible with the old one, it will be compatible with more devices. Okay, geez. Okay, it's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, everything is fine, and we'll build and run and save as WebGL build. Save. Okay, so I would like to use the same technique as line to just make the how to make CSS stretch to screen size. Okay, Unity WebGL does not fit to screen. Yeah, this was the one that I searched the last time. This is very important. um, use this thing that we shared over here to change the WebGL build so that it will scale to whatever canvas or container that is being built to. Okay, and okay, so we'll wait a while for the build to finish loading. Yeah. I think it'll be quite cool. Then like we could get the link out, and then I can share the link with you all, and then you can play it. The best part about games is that it's playable. Yeah, let me just go to the website, upload new project, Trex run replica of Google's Trex run Google Chrome's games downloadable. Oh, this will be a HTML. Okay, and here we'll upload the zip file later. Okay, we'll just wait for the game to compile. We'll upload the zip file here, and then here will be 960 by 600. Mobile friendly orientation landscape. Okay, we'll make it go to landscape for mobiles. Okay, the rest don't need to enable. Simple jumping jump to avoid the cactus birds. Controls left space, keyboard, left click, mouse to jump. See how long you can survive. Okay, and then over here, music by Eric Mathias. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good site to use, and it's kind of amazing that it's like a one man kind of thing. So the game genre will be a survival game. Okay, that's good enough. T-Rex run. Uh, let's see what else people put. Action, maybe action. Oh, build successful. Yeah, probably should try to get another background if I want to do it commercially. Okay, because there's a very glaring watermark that you can see over here. I guess people will just think that it's part of the background, but yeah, not that nice. It would be great if this was covered by a cloud or something. But I think so far it's fine. Yeah. Just wondering if the background moves too slowly in this version. And this is like kind of small at the top compared to the one that we have in the in Unity itself. But I think it's fine. It looks good already. Very nice. I'm still thinking whether I should like have a menu that pops up when you like have a game over and then you click restart. But I think it's like good enough to just show you the moment where you died, and then it will just restart to the start menu again, so that you could like just straight away play the game. Yeah, can you share that? The music is getting faster. I think it's good. It's a good pace. Yeah, the background is slowly moving faster and faster, but the foreground, which is the cactus, moves even faster. So to differentiate the foreground and the background. Whoa, whoa. Do you see my background moving faster? Feels like it's moving like about the same pace, but I think it is moving slightly faster. Oh, that was close. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, so when you hit the cactus, we'll restart and then the high score will be here. Okay, looks good. Okay, right now I'm going to just copy and paste this style equals to padding this thing here. I'm just going to copy and paste it into the. So we will need to go over to our Unity projects. Okay, and then in this Unity project, okay, we find Trex run. Okay, and then in the WebGL build, the index.html, I'll open it with Visual Studio Code. Okay, and then I'll just gonna change this style here such that we have this full height and full width thing. Okay, and with that, I'll make a compressed version of this. Go over to each.io, okay, and upload this game. So upload file. I'll go over to Unity projects. Then I'll use Trex run WebGL build. Yeah, and that should be it for Trex run. Okay, there must be an index different file. Okay, so this is good. Save and view page. Okay, let's take a look at how the game is. Okay, I think there's a slight issue here. You can see that it's not extending all the way to the viewport. So maybe the orientation we put portrait instead of landscape. I'm not sure whether that would change the way it's being shown. Okay, see the game. Let's see the game. No, there's some issue here with the game. Okay, so there's an issue in the game. Okay, so what we'll need to do is embed in page, auto detect size. Maybe the orientation will keep it default. And then maybe this would work. Maybe, oh, see. Okay, so after I changed the HTML code here, something went wrong with the something went wrong with the viewing. So let's take a look again what happened. Looks correct to me. Absolute, height 100, width 100. Mm, looks okay to me actually. The HTML itself. Okay, so is it a viewport issue? 960 by 600, right? So the width is 960, the height is 600. Auto detect size maybe. Okay, let's take a look at how it looks like. Maybe try 900 by 600. I'm not too sure why the I'm not too sure why the T-Rex run the game is like appearing at the bottom right here. It's kind of weird that it's all the way at the bottom. Let's just click to launch in full screen, mobile friendly. Okay, let's see how it looks like. See, even in full screen mode, it's like kind of at the bottom for some reason. Okay, I do have a suspicion why this is happening. Okay, maybe in the build settings here. Okay, I did not specify the resolution properly. So let us do that right now. It is properly specified. So, okay, something must be wrong with this code then. Style padding 0 point, position absolute, height 100, 100. No, I wonder what will happen if I were to just go back to the defaults. Okay, so rather than just doing this style padding 0, position absolute, maybe it's this position absolute thing. Let's just take it out and we recompile this, okay, and then we see whether this works. Okay, so instead of using position absolute, I'll just take out the entire line, okay, and then I'll upload file. I'll upload this one. Okay, save. If this fails, then I'm just going to go back to the normal one. Oh, you see, it worked. Okay, so there's a small issue here. Is that is it Unity cuts off this thing here at the top? Okay, so maybe what I'll do is edit I'll edit the height of the game. Okay, to be a little smaller. So it is likely because in the game canvas itself, okay, the UI scale mode is constant pixel size. Okay, so let's change it to scale with screen size. Reference resolution is 960 by 600. Okay, and then when we match width or height, we will change it to match the height. Okay, because we want it to definitely match the height. So let us build and run this one. Okay, so just now you saw it's because that we didn't scale with the screen heights. Okay, that's why the game itself, although it can run, okay, but the pixel size is not exactly the ideal pixel size here because the pixel size is so small at the top. But the game is playable definitely. It's just not ideal because you see we cut off the high score at the top here. Okay, so let us try to fix that. Okay, let me just try to build completed. Okay, awesome. So let's take a look at the build. It's the index.htm. Okay, see it's much bigger now. So in this index.htm, let's open with Visual Studio Code. And then we'll change this one here. Okay, so I've copied the wrong one. I should copy this one at the bottom. Okay, maybe this time around I'll keep the position absolute in there. Maybe just now because of the scaling issues, that's why it didn't work. So this should already work, I hope. Yeah, this should already work. So let's try. I mean, if it doesn't work, I'll just take out the position absolute and it should work as well. So we compress this WebGL build. We go over to each.io, okay, and we upload this WebGL build. We save this. Okay, I hope it works. I hope. Oh no, yeah, the position absolute is kind of the reason why it's not working. Okay, so we have to take away that. We have to take away the. We have to take away that line position absolute. It is fine actually. I guess position absolute just means that it sticks to the center of the screen. So this should work. Okay, recompile the compressed version. Okay, and then upload this version here. Very nice. So manually set size, orientation. Here I can set the landscape, I guess. Okay, hope it works. Hope it works. Come on, please work. Please work. Oh, looks like it's working. Looks like it's working. Okay, let's see whether it's cut off at the top. Okay, cut off slightly. I guess I can live with it. I mean, if you go full screen, then it's fine. It's just a matter of the each.io cutting off slightly. I mean, I experienced that for my snake game as well. Yeah, looks good. Probably should get someone to do the art for me for the background for this. Or I could just paint some pixels myself. I'm not a good artist, by the way, so I prefer someone does it for me. But yeah, dreams time sounds apt also because like day and night, like you dreaming, right? Whoa, is it me or is the score updating really slowly in the online version? The update is like kind of slower. But I guess it's slower maybe because of the frame rate when you play on. I guess it's fine also because like this is also based on the number of seconds, based on the frame rate. Yeah, but I do feel that the game is running a bit slower right now, slightly slower than it was. Is it because it's a big screen? Okay, so if I go smaller, I'm not sure whether it will increase the frame rate. See, one, two, three, four, five. Okay, so if we, okay, I think the game so far is alright already. I'm just thinking in the Unity version. See, look at this. Look at the Unity version. It feels a little faster, in the Unity version. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. See, the update is much faster. So I'm just worried that it might cause a bit of unfair advantage for some people because the frame rate is going much faster. So over here, the spawn time is by number of seconds, and then we spawn. I guess it should be fine. Yeah, it's just the update. Okay, how to change frame rate Unity to be same. I wonder if I could, if I were to change this target frame rate here at the start, whether it would like, let's make it 100, whether it would make the frame rate online change as well. Yeah, see, it's a little slower now. Okay, because actually I kind of want the update to be much faster, so we can set the target frame rate to 300 and we see how it goes. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, I kind of like this speed better than the earlier speed. Two, three, four, five. So the frame rate is actually supposed to be 300. Okay, if let's say my frame rate is 10, okay, let's take a look. If I make my frame rate 10, how would the game feel like with a frame rate of 10? Look at that. Oh, you see, although the frame rate is at 10, the cactus still spawns at the same time, so the number of seconds is independent of frame rate. Interesting. It really means that it's kind of an unfair advantage for people uh, who have a slower frame rate because they have to avoid more obstacles. Yeah, so um, if only we could just set the frame rate to be 300 all the time. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay, so it has come to my attention that the score will be cut off by a little bit. So I'm just going to do one final edit, and then we can call it a day. So at the start canvas over here, okay, I'm just going to shift the text at the bottom slightly higher, so it doesn't get cut off at the bottom. Okay, something like this. And then the score text at the top, I'm going to shift it slightly lower so that it doesn't get cut off. So these are the two changes I'm going to make. And then we can just like try to build the game again. Okay, so since I shift the score down, my Dino run text needs to be shifted down as well. So maybe over here will be minus 300, minus 280 maybe. Yeah, this looks kind of nice now. The Dino run is more towards the center. Yeah, then we try to make the application frame rate 300 so that the score will, yeah, I think this looks good, so that the score will appear much faster. I want the score to update faster so the game feels a bit more fast paced, and then like more enemies would appear soon. Okay, so this is good. Let's just build settings. Let's just build, save, replace. I hope it doesn't take too long to build. I realized that once Unity builds once, the subsequent times that it builds will be faster and faster, or rather, it will be much faster. I believe when they build it once, they probably store quite a lot of the inbuilt processes inside the memory of the computer already, so you don't have to like reload all this again. I'm not too sure how Unity does it, but definitely there's a speed up of building time when I build it once. So like this is the third or fourth time that we are doing this, and it's really much faster. Yeah. So it is a frame rate setting here. I hope this will be able to solve. Okay. So meanwhile, let me just copy and paste this again. We'll need to edit this one more time and just take away the position absolute. Okay. Looks like it has compiled. I hope 24:37. Nope, hasn't compiled yet. Still has some time before it compiles. So yeah, let's just wait a while. I think it should compile within the next 1 minute, I hope. Yeah, so that's more or less the way to configure it such that you can upload on each. Yeah, 960 by 600. Okay, so it typically takes about 1 minute to build. Okay, and yeah, this should be the final edit that I'm making. If the frame rate really cannot be changed, one way to do it is that instead of like setting the score in the update mode, okay, you could like update based on frame rate, like a certain frame rate, or you could update based on real life seconds using a coroutine. Yeah, I mean there are kind of a few options, but I just that the frame rate can be toggled so that we could use the frame rate option in order to do it. If not, it'll be like where the score goes up so slowly. It's kind of feels a bit long. The game feels a bit long. Yeah, I want the game to end within 2 minutes. The player should feel a sense of thrill and eventually die off in 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I'm not wishing that the player loses the game fast, but I feel that for this kind of games, it's not good to drag too long. Okay, it's good to just end it quick. Okay, end your misery quick, or rather end your enjoyment. Like you should get to the point that it's very enjoyable, and then you suddenly just lose. Then people feel like I could have won somehow. I could have tried again. I probably can go. I can do better, and then they will try to play even more. If you make the game too long, like 5-10 minutes, that kind, then it starts to feel a bit laggy, draggy when you play the game, and the chance of people playing it more next time will be less. That's what I feel like. This kind of games where survival is good to have it to be short and fast paced rather than too slow and lengthy. That's my view of how a game should be. Of course, that's probably not the way that everyone thinks, but at least it's the way that I find games are fun. Okay, see now I shifted the high score down. Okay, it looks much more manageable already. Okay, and then I have this click space or click to start here. Very nice. Oh, the score is moving much faster already. So indeed, we can set the target frame rate in each. So yeah, now this is similar to how I see it in Unity already. I'm very happy. Yeah, this is exactly how I wanted the game to be. See, now the sound is getting faster and faster and faster. So yeah, if you're interested to try the website is up here, tanchongming.itch.io/trex-run. I'll probably put a link to this when I upload this to YouTube later, so you can try it out for yourself. And yeah, let me know what score you can get. I think my high score is 22,000. So see if you can win. Oh, that was close. I almost hit the bird. Yeah, I find the birds are like one of the tougher obstacles because you need to sort of predict their movement. And as the objects get faster and faster, the reaction time you have to predict the movement of the bird gets slower and gets less and less. making it a difficult obstacle to avoid. Yes, I like it. I like it. See, now the song goes fast according to the pace of the game. Yeah, this feels right already. This game feels right. Dum, dum, da, 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 da. And the music is not too bad for this kind of endless runner kind of games. Oh, whoa, narrow avoid. Oh, I reacted a little too slowly. But yeah, 18594, not too bad. And yeah, I think I'm quite happy with this game. And yeah, that'll be the end of the stream today. And next week we'll do the game called Four Buttons, where you don't really know what each of the four buttons does, but you do have an end goal that you need to create to achieve, like add up to 100, make the light bulb green color, set the temperature to 10 degrees, stuff like that. Inspired by my own baby boy who likes to fiddle around with buttons. So this game is dedicated to my baby. Four buttons. Yeah, we'll be doing that starting next week. And I'm glad to conclude T-Rex Run and do try it out, see how well we can do, and let me know how you find the game. All right. Thanks, everyone, and see ya.